morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome to a new episode of Sports News Flash at 12 with your weekend sports anchor, Miguel Mike Medina. The New York Yankees are heading to the World Series for the first time since 2009. Juan Soto, he hit the biggest home run of his life and will go down as one of the most memorable home runs in Yankees history. The three-run home run to center field came in the top of the 10th inning, and he sent the Yankees to the World Series with a 5-2 victory over the Cleveland Indians. I'm not going to say Guardians, Indians. Giancarlo Stanton, he has been this year's version of A-Rod of 2009. He reminds me a lot of A-Rod 2009. He hit a game-tying home run in the sixth inning off Tanner Bybee. And Tanner Bybee, he has pitched a phenomenal game. He pitched 5 innings, struck out 5 Yankee hitters, but he made that one mistake, which was a 2-run home run to Stanton, which allowed him to be out of the game. And you could tell how crushed Tanner Bybee was. So Giancarlo Stanton, that home run was his 4th home run of the series. Overall, he has 16 career postseason home runs, so he's 4th behind Bernie Williams, Derek Jeter, and Mickey Mantle. He was named the ALCS MVP. And in this game, there was at one point, there were 3 consecutive innings where there was a double play. Bo Naylor, who has been struggling throughout this whole postseason, he got some good hits in these last few games. Brian Rocchio, I mean, he's going to have nightmares for a long time. And he's certainly going to wake up in a bad mood today. In that 10th inning, one of the worst mistakes the Guardians made was to walk Austin Wells. And then when the Guardians had a perfect chance to end the inning with a double play, Rocchio, he rushed it. He tried to catch the ball and try to throw as first as fast as possible, but he missed the soft toss from Andres Jimenez. He got his eye off the ball and he didn't get to catch the ball. So runners on second was safe, and so there was runners on first and second or 1 out. What could have been a game, an inning double play. Now there's first and second, 1 out, and then that's when Soto came up and he hit that 3-run home run. The Guardians defense, and he's a good defender. He's a good shortstop for the Guardians, but he made a very big mistake at the wrong time. And in the postseason, a walk, an error, those things can cost you. It can come back to haunt you. And it did that for Cleveland. Carlos Rodon, of course, I can't forget about him. He pitched 4 innings. He allowed 2 runs, and he struck out 6 batters. The World Series will start on October 25th. The Yankees are waiting for the winner of the Mets-Dodgers series. Whoever wins, regardless, the ratings are going to go through the roof. Game 6 between the Mets and the Dodgers will be tonight. The Mets are trying to extend it to a Game 7. As for the Dodgers, they're trying to go back to the World Series for the first time since 2020. Oh, yes, I had to say Gleyber Torres, he's been sensational. Putting Gleyber Torres in the leadoff lineup is huge. He has been thriving those last 2 months in the leadoff position. You have Torres number 1, then Soto 2, Judge 3, and Stan 4. That's the lineup that Aaron Boone has to stick with. Stop flip-flopping, all right? And Austin Wells, obviously, it's about time that you drop him down on the lineup because putting him in cleanup is no bueno. So that Torres, Soto, Judge, and Stan, that's the perfect 1 through 4 that you got to keep. Off to college football. Tennessee Volunteers, the number 11. Volunteers defeated number 7, Alabama Crimson Tide, 24-17. Volunteers defense is legit. Both Tennessee teams, Vanderbilt and Tennessee, have beaten Alabama in 1 month. Life is different without Nick Saban. So, but great victory by Tennessee. The last time that Tennessee Volunteers and Alabama face was in 2022 when Tennessee won 52 to 49. And Nick Saban was the coach there. And that was one heck of a game. But and the Volunteers crowd, they were great. They were rocking, especially at the end. Number 5, Georgia. They took down the number 1 Texas Longhorns by the score of 30 to 15. Running back Trevor Etienne ran for 3 touchdowns. Kirby Smart, he earned his 100th victory. Carson Beck, Carson Beck improved to 19-2 as a starter. The Bulldogs defense had 7 sacks and forced 4 turnovers. They were sensational all game long. With this loss, Texas will fall out of the number 1 spot in the poll, and that's where Oregon will take their spot and be moved up into number 1. One of my favorite college football games of this weekend, but it happened on Friday night. BYU and Oklahoma State. Those 2 teams were going back and forth, and that fourth quarter didn't disappoint. BYU remains undefeated. They won 38 to 35. Quarterback Jake Resloff threw a 35-yard touchdown pass to Darius Lazider with 10 seconds left. Resloff threw for 218 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also ran for 81 yards and a score. Lazider had a career-high 129 yards on 6 catches. With the win, BYU should be able to move up in the AP poll top 25 by today. Colorado Buffaloes, they beat Arizona Wildcats 34 to 7. They've improved to 5-2 overall and 3-1 in the Big 12 Conference. They're tied with Cincinnati for 4th place. And we got to keep an eye on Travis Hunter because he left in the second half again due to a shoulder injury. So the status of his injury, we have to wait and see. But it's not looking good because it happened against Kansas State. And now, again, had to leave the game against Arizona. Notre Dame won 31 to 13 over Georgia Tech. They've improved to 6-1. Indiana, Navy, and Army, they remain undefeated. Duke beat Florida State 23 to 16. They've improved to 6-1. But Florida State Seminoles, they have been a huge disappointment. They dropped to 1-6. A team that was undefeated last year. They just didn't recover after not getting invited to the college football playoffs. Clemson Tigers took down Virginia 48 to 31. The Tigers had 539 total yards. It's the 5th time this season that they've accumulated 500 total yards or more. And they've improved to 6-1. Missouri also improved to 6-1 over a 21 to 17 win against Auburn. Off to the NBA. Friday was the last day of preseason. The Miami Heat defeated Memphis Grizzlies 114 to 109. 7 Heat players finished in double figures. Josh Christopher, Kel'el Ware, Nasir Little, and Pele Larson, they shined in this game. So unfortunately, and before I recorded this, I found out that Nasir Little, he was waived by Miami Heat, but I wish him nothing but the best wherever he goes. He has talent, and he just got to continue to work for him. The Portland Trail Blazers, they beat Utah Jazz 124 to 86. Donovan Clingan, he finished with 14 points and 20 rebounds. I'm looking forward to his rookie season with Portland in the regular season. So I'm looking forward. I have a lot of expectations for him. Definitely looking forward to him. Reece Shepard as well. I'm looking forward to see what he could bring to the table as well. NBA tip-off regular season begins on Tuesday, October 22 with 2 games, and those are Knicks versus Celtics and Timberwolves versus the Lakers. And to wrap it up with some hockey, Dallas Stars, they signed goaltender Jake Ottinger to an 8-year, 66 million extension, which happened on Thursday. The Stars have made the playoffs in each of his first 3 years as their starter. Congratulations to Ottinger. He's only 26. He's entering his prime. They have a great goalie for years to come. New York Rangers remain perfect. They beat the Toronto Maple Leafs 4-0 on the road. Rangers improved to 4-0 this season. Chris Kreider, he scored 2 goals. Igor Shesterkin, he made 34 saves. So I'm very happy for my Rangers. And last but not least, the Nashville Predators, a team with so much expectations. They're off to a very rocky start. They remain winless. They lost 5-2 to Detroit Red Wings. The Predators dropped to 0-5. And I mean, the upside is that Steven Stamkos he got on the board. He scored his first goal of the season. He's up to a slow start, but it's only the beginning of the season, so we got to give this team a chance. Even though they're the only NHL team without a point, but we got to give them time. It's early on in the season. That concludes this episode of Sports News Flash at 12. Please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Enjoy your Sunday with some golf, with game 6. Yeah, game 6 of the Mets versus Dodgers. NASCAR, we're down to 8 drivers left. Who will win? We'll see. But Las Vegas will be rocking with NASCAR, and those 8 competitors that will be competing. There's only could be one champion, one winner. So we're only down to 8 drivers left. So we have NASCAR, we have baseball, we have golf. And I think that's pretty much it. If you're going to church, take your Bible, pay attention, stay away from your phones, put your phone on silent or turn it off. And have a great and blissful Sunday, everyone. Be safe. And may God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you guys next weekend for Sports News Flash at 12.